Hey Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and of course Cross Watchers, welcome to your June 2022 reading. I hope you're doing well. Just a heads up that this reading may resonate with those that I am connecting with through mid-July. We are going to be starting off with some oracle cards just to grab the overall theme and energy, and then we are going to dive deep with tarot. As I begin to give this a very quick shuffle, I just want to quickly remind you that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, please feel free to swap the roles. I could be talking about you or your person because I am simply reading energies. And if this reading happens to resonate with you, feel free to use the link in the description box below to join me over at the extended reading, but keep watching at the end because I'm going to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek of that, as well as tell you guys how you can win a free reading with me. So let's get into this. And also, if this happens to resonate and you enjoy how I read, please give the video a thumbs up. Your support means more to me than you will ever know, and it really helps grow the channel. So enough of me talking here, Geminis. Let's get into this. So the overall energy, please. Codependent issues. So there's some sort of attachment here. Okay, you want to make sure that there's nothing toxic going on, because remember, there is a difference between attachment and connection. Okay, but we'll dive into this. We're not going to jump to any conclusions yet, or ever. We're going to get into this with tarot. But let's check out the energy coming towards you. You are not being heard. So I feel, and for some of you, because this is a general reading, so you could be dealing with any part of the timeline, you may be feeling unheard. You may be feeling a bit frustrated. Okay, there could be some issues related to communication. Let's check out the advice here. What is the advice for Gemini? Healing in progress. So whatever is going on at this time, the healing process must be honored. And remember, healing is not linear. There may be some ups and downs, whether this is inner healing, just, for you, personal healing, or in the connection, or possibly both, okay? And why is this the advice, please? Clear the air. So what I'm sensing here before we jump into tarot, we have lopsided effort at the bottom of the deck. So you could be feeling like there's some lopsided effort, like you two are on different pages, or just things are not very much in alignment at this time. But what I'm getting, Gemini, I'm feeling some frustration from you. There may be some lopsided effort, or that feeling of unfairness, some frustration. Now there is a deep attachment here, okay? There are two people here that do deeply care about each other and see, all the very positive qualities and so forth, and the ability to build this beautiful future. However, there may be some toxic dynamics at play for some of you, and it's on a spectrum. Remember, this is a general reading. But I'm feeling that here with this healing in progress and clear the air, take time, if there's a bit of a time out here or whatever this is, to really clear your mind, clear your thoughts, take some time for you, because it looks like there is some sort of situation that may be coming up that will allow you to clear the air, to talk about things, and to also step into this energy of healthy expression, and to be able to really express, what's in your heart, what's on your mind. And in order to really do so, it is important to be able to work through any sort of interpersonal things first, okay? So some reflection may be required, or just time alone to really think about things, reflect, and so forth. Because I do feel that emotions here, they can get pretty heated because there is this very, very strong connection. So let me just arrange the cards very quickly. All right, so let's get into this with Tarot, Gemini, and see what's really going on here. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on here? Everything is pre-shuffled. Queen of Cups. So I do feel like someone is very intuitive here. Okay, someone is really connecting to compassionate energy, reflecting. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hanged Man. So definitely opening up to different perspectives. Six of Pentacles, beautiful energy representing your person here at this time. Knight of Cups in the reverse for you. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this may have to do, and remember, tarot here on YouTube especially, these are general readings, okay? So it's very helpful, you know, regardless of whatever comes up here, you hold the pen to your life, Gemini, okay? You can take this information, place it in your back pocket. If you end up resonating with this message, whether it's now or later, you know, you can go back to that information and decide how you would like to utilize it, okay? And remember, whatever you see here, you can keep an open mind to the possibilities and the potential, and then you can take effective steps towards changing your future and improving it and really going for that outcome that you desire, right? So remember that. And I do feel like the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here, because we're gonna figure out, you know, if this comes up, how can we kind of deviate from this? How can we improve it? Because I could feel like there's gonna be this opportunity to clear the air here. But with this you are not being heard, I do feel like it will be important to ensure effective communication, okay? So at this time, I do feel, and you could be dealing with a water sign, but that is not necessary. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possibly a Sagittarius as well. But there is a moment at this time where there's a lot of reflection going on, connecting to one's intuition with this Queen of Cups. In the past, I do feel like someone has been really taking a look at different perspectives. There may have been a bit of waiting here as well. It may have felt like there was a little bit of stagnation, or maybe at this time there may not be much of a, I would say, movement forward. But I do feel like there is communication here, at least minimally. And if this may, for some of you, this may not have happened yet, but your person is showing up as the Six of Pentacles. So I'm sensing that they are more than willing to engage in an equal give and take here. They are willing to talk, to put in the effort. However, you showing up as the Knight of Cups in the reverse, I feel like there's something on your heart, in your heart, on your mind that you may not be fully expressing at this time. You may be a bit in your emotions, and I feel like you could be wanting to show up in a certain way, but your emotions may be holding you back, even on a subconscious level. I do feel like you have good intentions here, but I do feel like there may be this kind of atmosphere that someone here could be overthinking a bit, or there is this lack of stability or security set at a foundational level. It may not be anyone in particular, but something may have happened here, or maybe for some of you it could be someone that is kind of viewing a situation through negative self-talk, or not feeling like they really have the confidence here, doubting themselves. And there's some sort of healing in progress though, okay? So it's really necessary to take the time. For some of you, this could be trying to move forward too quickly after, a period that required a little bit more healing, but we'll take a look. So what I really want to do here is clarify and just gain more information, see what's really going on, and then we'll dive deep. All right, Geminis, let's get into this. So I did turn the cards over just so that the table does not get too overwhelming for your eyes or mine, but I did draw all of the cards on camera just for that transparency. And we are going to go through everything one by one. So I'm sensing that you have been really evaluating this connection, okay? And you may feel like it's not as strong as it was or that you would like for it to be. And there's some sadness that is stemming from this, okay? You may have thought that things were going to go a bit more, I would say, smooth, or that they would go smoother. And the sadness is really pushing you in a place of reflection and evaluation and looking at this connection, the adjustments that may be required or you feel are necessary, and possibly how there may have been this energy of like a lack of practical teamwork or getting things done in a practical sense. Something here may have felt misaligned, like practical measures, practical day-to-day working together, collaboration. I'm just sensing a little bit of friction here. And so I do feel like there's definitely some sadness, and you've spent some time, you've gained many different perspectives here. And you may still be in this energy because this is the Hanged Man upright. He's not enlightened quite yet, but I do feel like you have been gaining some enlightenment through that, looking at things in many different perspectives in different ways. And the current situation still stands where there's still this reflection going on, but you may be bringing a bit more emotions into it and really looking at this, and you may be really connecting at this moment and realizing certain things that need to be removed or to fall down and be rebuilt. But you may feel like there is this instability and you really care for this person, but with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, I don't feel that you are feeling like this is, where you want to be in this relationship. You may want this person and for things to work out, but you may not be happy with where the situation is at, is what I'm getting, okay? And with the Tower in the reverse, you may be trying to figure out how to get through this to avert some sort of Tower moment, okay? Because I don't feel that you want some crazy thing to go down here, and you may not want to break up with this person. I'm sensing that there is just this sense of instability structurally, that there's a lack of fulfillment here. And I do feel that with this energy, because it is pretty stagnant, so like I said, you still may be talking to this person though, okay? Or there could be a bit of a timeout, but I do feel that you may have withdrawn, at least emotionally here, and you may be a bit more focused on you. Now, Gemini, you have to ask yourself because I feel like you're happy doing you. You may have taken some time away, but maybe for some of you, while taking some time away, and remember, this could be you or your person, but I'm more so sensing it's you at this time, but remember, you can swap the roles here. You may have felt like if you took some time away, just focus on you and so forth, this connection or whatever issue was at hand would resolve itself with time. And so that's what I'm sensing may be going on here. And like I said, there may not be much communication going on. You may not be seeing your ships come in here with the Three of Wands in the reverse. I do feel like someone here is very much very independent. There's someone here who is very, very independent. And if they needed to be on their own, there's someone here that really doesn't need a relationship. And I feel that that's you, Gemini. Like I said, you care about this person, but at the same time, there's something here that you're reflecting on. And there's this strength from within, this optimism about you, because you know that no matter what, you're going to be good. You don't need this person, but you do care about them and you do see the potential. So I feel that a bit of a withdrawal was the tactic here, I guess you could say. Because healing in progress, there may be this need for time to allow something to heal, especially if there was some sort of situation that was on the brink of a tower moment, or just these overall little things kind of building up here. Your person, they want to engage in an equal give and take here, but this person may be dealing with some self-doubts, and they also may be a bit critical here. Okay, this person may be someone who judges themselves as well as sometimes others a bit harshly. But at the same time, I feel this is more so this person, that they are critical of themselves. And it's almost the sense that with the Six of Pentacles, this person is stepping into this energy of an equal give and take, or at least they're willing to offer that. But there's something missing here with the Judgment in the reverse card. And you feel that, okay? It's almost the sense that this person is holding back in some way, shape, or form from really, really stepping into the full potential of what can be manifested here and going towards it with passion. So yes, they may be offering an equal give and take, but Judgment in reverse, there needs to be some sort of turning point or wake-up call, or it's like that sense that something's not getting up off the ground, or some sort of revival isn't happening as it could, because the energy is there with the Magician. Okay, and by the way, I did forget to call out the cards, but we do have Leo here, we have Sagittarius, we have Scorpio. For the Magician, this is Virgo and Gemini for me. However, for others, it's Aries. Okay, I mean, we do have a lot of cards out here, but I'm just calling out the major arcana. We've got water signs, and we got a lot of pentacles and fire and water as well. But you could really be dealing with anyone, okay? So there's something here with this person, there's that energy for them to fully step in and embrace something, but they're not. So you may be feeling like someone here is holding back. And that may be why you are reflecting on it. And I think that you're feeling that energetically, Gemini. Okay. Now, with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Chariot, I am definitely sensing that, you know, you are definitely in your feels, you care about this person, but there's definitely this energy of you feeling their energy and you responding to that energetically and vice versa, and it's just this feedback loop. But the Knight of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you may be feeling a lot of things but not necessarily opening up and communicating them. You may be keeping things a little bit more to yourself at this time. And with the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Chariot, Cancerian energy, by the way, and you may have water in your chart, but that is not necessary. Your person could. And obviously you're a Gemini, so you do have air. But I'm definitely sensing the Five of Wands in the reverse. There is this inner conflict, okay? And you may want to compromise, you may want to work on things with this person, but you may feel a bit at odds. You just feel this tension. And the Eight of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you are really trying to get out of this mental energy, which is why you may have withdrawn a little bit here. Because again, you're fine doing you. You are independent, you've got it in the bag, you're good, okay? But with the Chariot, there's still something here that is telling me that you are still persisting through this, because when I see the Chariot, this is very much the saying, if you choose courage over fear, then you've already won. So the Chariot is this willpower and determination to follow through, even when you're very much in your head. There is a bit of mental conflict here, and you may not be completely opening up. Okay, so you might feel like there's a bit of this internal war here, but you're still pushing through. There's a lot on your mind though, but you are still plowing through it, while feeling like this person over here, I feel like you sense that block. There's some sort of block that you're feeling. Okay? This is very interesting. And the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Swords, in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and Death, Scorpio energy. I feel that, and you could be dealing with a fire sign. Maybe you have fire in your chart, but that is not necessary. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But someone is feeling a bit at a stalemate and trying to figure out what decision exactly they want to make. And either it's like there may be two options, and it's like damned if I do, damned if I don't. You kind of see the pros and cons of each, and you feel like a bit stuck in the middle, because there's something here that needs to change. And you know it, your person knows it. So I feel like someone is working on some sort of transformation, because there is a need for transformation here. There's no doubt about it. But there may be some sort of external circumstance that comes into play here, or something that may be a bit out of one's control, that may force a conversation here or something like that. Or honestly, based on the energy, it's almost the sense of, well, if this continues as it is, it's not naturally just going to head uphill. If things are left as they are, which I'm kind of feeling, because you're just persisting through it, this person is as well, but they still got this block, and it's just as time goes by, because Wheel of Fortune does talk about cycles and time and so forth. It's something may hit a bit of a wall here that is really going to be that wake-up call, like, hey, like, I gotta make a decision, or someone needs to make a decision here. Effort needs to be put into making some sort of permanent change or transition, because things can't keep going like this. Okay? And so what I'm sensing is that with Temperance in the reverse, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords here, I am sensing that there may be, this is what I'm feeling, because I feel like a conversation is going to come up here. Some sort of action is going to be taken. And this is when, in the beginning, if this is your situation, you are going to want to focus on effective communication. Because with this, of what, you should be aware of, Temperance in the reverse, something could feel a little bit extreme here, or someone could come in a bit extreme, okay? But emotionally, and I feel like this is kind of saying like, hey, the tough conversations need to happen. In order to have this new emotional beginning, and sometimes when two people sit down and they have these conversations, it can feel quite painful with the Ten of Swords. Okay, it can hurt to express certain things and, have tough conversations. This is a general reading, so I'm going to leave it at that. But you want to make sure to bring yourself back to your center, ground yourself. And I'm sensing that before you engage in this conversation or take action, there's definitely a need to focus on the inner parts of you, to work things out within, possibly to sit down, write things out, type things out, get your thoughts out on paper, or however it is that you best organize your thoughts. You've already looked at things from many different perspectives. Possibly writing things out on paper will bring in more, because there's this opportunity to clear the air, and you want to make sure that things don't get too sticky here, okay? Because this is what to be careful with, because what can happen here is like you two can have the most beautiful, effective conversation that, yes, it may be a bit painful with what comes up, but this beginning can bring in necessary clarity to clear the air. But what you want to make sure doesn't go down is any sort of extremes, because any sort of extreme measures can bring in some upsets mentally and emotionally. So it's all about balance here. And the inner healing needs to be done first. And you may be like, well, I've already done the healing, or, this has to do with me and my person. And that's totally fine. But what I am really getting here is to make sure that you have worked everything out within your mind, because I do feel like there is some conflict from you. So to just truly understand what it is that you want, and where you envision yourself in the future with this person, how you would like that to go, what transformation in this relationship means to you, or this connection, and where you want it to go, and ensuring that you two are in alignment. I mean, this is all going to be key here. Okay, so what I want to do here before we jump into the extended is I want to pull an advice card for you to never leave you guys hanging. So what is some advice here for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please? King of Swords, love, love, love this energy. Once again, Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So I absolutely love that the King of Swords is showing up here for the advice. And there are many different things that come to mind when I see this card show up as the advice card, so please take where it resonates. But the first thing that comes to mind is the importance of challenging assumptions and remembering that we often fear what we don't understand. And when we give into that fear, we often find ourselves involved in psychological defense mechanisms that aim to protect us, but sometimes we aren't really even in danger when this plays out. And the King of Swords is someone who is set in their ways, but can also be won over through logic, reason, and evidence. but still any changes may be slow. But here I'm not feeling that that's necessarily a bad thing, okay? Additionally, when making judgments on a situation, this card also says that it's important to consider all possible consequences in order to make an appropriate judgment or decision. And I see that you've already been in this energy. However, be sure that you are approaching it objectively. The King of Swords also says that it may be very well necessary to leave your emotions out of the judgment and make a judgment call that is objective, okay, or a decision or whatever this is, okay. Apply it here to your situation if it resonates. But it's about removing emotions from the equation. And this can be difficult because in relationships or connections you care about, emotions are always at play, right? So it can be difficult, but you want to ensure that your emotions aren't blinding you at this time to take particular actions that, logically just don't make sense to move forward with, or just aren't in your best interest. So at the very least, make sure that your emotions aren't clouding your judgment and there is this ability to look at things objectively. Because sometimes allowing deep emotions to drive our decisions can leave us stuck in situations that really just aren't healthy for us or our future. And when it's time to really clear the air with this person, it's best to utilize this type of objective approach, because the focus on emotions may lead to ineffective resolutions or just like this chaotic, ineffective communication that could lead to some sort of pain in the conversation. This person says, well, I feel this, and the other person is saying, well, I feel this, and it's just like this tug of war back and forth, and it's just this domino effect of he said, she said, or he said, she said, take what resonates here, with no solution in sight. And it becomes a battle of emotions, and it can kind of maybe sometimes get explosive. And if this person begins to engage in unhealthy behavior or communication, this King of Swords would not stand for it and would ensure to not feed into that, would be very aware that, if I engage with this behavior, it's just gonna kind of spiral downward. So the King of Wands would not engage in the unhealthy communication or behavior. Instead, this King of Swords, I don't know if I said Wands, but I meant swords this entire time. This King of Swords would challenge the other person's statements or attempt to logically de-escalate the situation in a very direct way. And so I really like this because it is providing direct structure to a situation that can very well lead to more, direct communication, and also prevent any sort of bumps in the road related to emotions that can get a bit heated, because there are two people that care about each other here. But I do feel that you want to make sure to approach this objectively, okay? So that is what I'm really getting for you, Gemini. We're going to be taking this over to the extended, and we explore all sorts of things in the extended, more so from your person's perspective. We explore feelings, what you may not know, intentions, communication, actions, the potential long-term. We're going to dive deeper into the advice, regardless of whether you are in communication with this person at this time or not. And if anything else comes up along the way, I dig deep into that. I never leave you guys hanging. But the link for that is in the description box below, and everyone who does purchase an extended this month is automatically entered to win a free reading with me. I will be announcing winners in mid-July, and the winners will also be contacted via email to set up those readings with me. And just a quick reminder that if you would like to join me over there, once you hit that link below in the extended, go through that process. All you need to do is hit back to merchant or return to merchant. It will take you directly to the reading. If for some reason you have any issues, no need to worry. Within 10 minutes, you will receive a link from a third party called Sendowl. and you can use that link forever. It never ever expires. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know about that. But yeah, that is what I have for you. If this resonated, please let me know below. Please comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Your support means more to me than you will ever know, and it really, really helps grow the community. And also keep watching for a preview of that extended, by the way. But yeah, Gemini, thank you so, so much. And I will see you next time. Bye. This person, whatever they say, is going to be backed up. Like, this person has the receipts is what I'm getting. Internally, like, I want to expand on this. I want to kind of fix this. I want that they may be looking like at the nitty gritty, like really like laser focused, like possibly being too critical and just very like anal, I guess you could say, about certain things. This is telling me that something is going to be revealed here, some sort of information that will need to be mentally processed and so forth, but something will be revealed here about action, or you need to pay attention to information. How this resonates, this is a confirmation. This means something to someone out there, something very specific.